My name is Marakie. I am originally from Ethiopia. HIV has infected the community, specifically a community called Aliltu, about 55 kilometers away from the town I am from, which is Addis Ababa, the capital city. How it has impacted is that for my graduate studies, we went there to conduct a research and also teach part-time in the elementary/high school. And in that community, I have noticed lots of children that are parentless, and it was difficult to identify because they have parents or guardians. We couldn't really figure out whose mother was who. Are these their extended relatives? We really couldn't. It was 4 of us who went there, and we were conducting a survey, a research, and some of the questions were, do you have a mother? Do you have a father? Or, are they both dead? And so forth. And some of the children would say, yeah, this is my mother that I know, because when their mother was giving birth to them, she had passed away, or some other cases. So to tell this story, orphan and vulnerable children specifically at this school had about 80% of the population were orphans or double orphans. They lost both of their parents, and it's a truck stop kind of town. So these children had about, I would say 75% of them, their basic needs weren't met. The school that we were teaching at used to provide food, so they would come in specifically, mainly just for food, because poverty had hit them so bad. So my favorite students, I had so many great students there, were those who actually did not have any parents. And one kid specifically, his mother had passed away, and his father had married this other lady, and they were raising this kid, the student, and the father passed away. So this is the stepmother, and they were doing okay, and the stepmother passed away. So the kid was all left alone. So he was living with the family of the step-parents. So there was no extended family there. So the stepmother's family he was living with the stepmother's family, and this wasn't their kid, this wasn't their relative, so they were treating him extremely bad, and he was literally a slave to them. And he lost his shoes. I would never forget this. He lost his shoes playing at school, and he came up to me and he said, Teacher Marakie, I lost my shoes. I was like, okay, can you get them tomorrow? Like, right now I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, it was late at night. Can you get them tomorrow? What are you doing here all alone? He said, I really have to go, and because she'll kill me. He called her Aberash. That was her name, the lady. And he said, Aberash will kill me if I don't have my shoes. I said, well, do you have another shoes at home? He said, no. So me and my friends, we got together, and we're like, all right, guys, we really need to figure this out. We couldn't bring any kids to where we were staying, because we didn't want anyone to feel like they always needed to come to us for anything. So I was like, okay, well, let's go look for the shoes. And it was this big yard, and we're just like really digging through to get the shoes. We can't find it. I was like, can you go tell her? And he said, no. I just went home, and I came back, and she said, she will kill me if I don't have my shoes. So we looked for the shoes. We finally found it. It was on the roof. Then when the shoes came down, okay, in my mind, yes, I had the opportunities of living in America and living the life, the dream, and going to school here and so forth. So I never really imagined such life, because I've never experienced it. And when the shoes was coming down, I thought in my mind was this, and it comes down, it was all torn out, completely dirty, and I wouldn't even look at it twice kind of shoes. This is the shoes the lady is going to kill you for? And I was really upset. And he was like, yeah, this is my shoes. And he took it and he left. And I guess at that moment for me, it was just that incident happened, and it really did change my life, because the basic needs, they don't have shoes, they don't have food. They come really early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, to get in line for food. They'll get their breakfast, and then they don't have any energy. And one of the teachers were telling us that when they are out of school in the summer, which is actually in the winter in Ethiopia, is they come back all lost weight, and some of them don't even know their HIV status. And a nurse, I asked a nurse, I said, this is really important. There was a girl in my class, she was really sick, she was getting sick constantly. I said, she might be HIV positive, and she might not be taking her medications, and she really needs to take her medications, and really, really important, and that we get her tested. And he said, Marakie, አሁን ካስመረመርናት የወደፊት ህይወቷን ታጣለች, which translated to, if we got it tested, she would lose her life, because everyone will discriminate against her. And the people that she was living with, which was the neighbors, her parents had died, so the neighbors took over her parents' house, and they were just raising this girl, and they will discriminate against her, and she will end up being completely isolated from the community if she knows her status and started taking her medication. So I just sat there and I just watched. There was absolutely nothing I could do, because if I take her, there are about 80 more I should be taking, and even more and more and more. So it was really devastating to see that. Really devastating to see that firsthand and say, oh gosh, I don't know what to do to help these people. But it's this disease is not, I don't know how to explain it. I'm lost of words in my language, I'm lost of words in English, I don't know. It's destroying communities, and they need to find a cure. Yes, they need to find a cure, but more than that, they need to bridge the gap between the knowledge and the action. Because in this community, if you see the health departments, they're always preaching about HIV prevention, HIV can do this to you, this and that, and they're preaching this, and while they're doing that, they're actually forcing people that are negative to be against those who are positive. So, and also, there's a huge gap between the knowledge that is received and the action, and we need to be able to close that. And that's the story, I guess. And anal sex, specifically anal sex too. They don't. People don't think that HIV is transmitted through anal sex, and I used to find it funny. People thought that. Now it's more serious, and we need to do some work. We definitely do need to condomize it all, I guess. Yeah.